In this video, I'll be talking about implementing virtual machines. The first one will be a Windows virtual machine. So when I go set up Azure, I'm going to go into here, and this is actually going to do is, once I log in, this is going to make sure the environment is set up for it. So I'm just saying in here which region it is, and I'm picking Southeast Asia because that's where this lab is located, right here. This goes through. Okay, now that the lab's set up, I'm going to go new, everything. I'm going to create a virtual machine. I'm going to pick Windows Server, Data Center. I'm going to create, I'm going to call it Web VM1. The student name will be called Student. And the password will be password 123 PA $$W0RD 123. Then after optional configuration, I'm going to click on network, virtual network, and I'm going to create a virtual network blade. And called it Web VM1. And I'll use an existing virtual network, a Datum HQ VNet. And then I'm going to make sure add to the start board is checked and create. So you can see right there it says creating the one there, or you can look in the left notifications there and it says that's created. Send the notifications, great, it's been deployed, fantastic. We can see that they succeeded. Next thing I'm going to do is after this, so after I just make sure, you can just see all these resources that were created from there. I'll add Azure account just to make sure that it's connected to this PowerShell session. Each PowerShell session you should do is make sure it's connected, the credentials and so on. Just checking, okay, my added Azure account, check the subscription, great. Now I'm going to do is here, I'm going to have some PowerShell commands. I'll use these and I'm going to take these and I'm going to actually do is fill them in. So if I get Azure storage account, so I'm going to put that in. When I type get Azure storage account, it shows me the fields, and I'll put the service name in there. Got to look for the service name. Storage account name is there. I'll copy, and I'll just paste it right here. That was the result of that. Good. Subscription name. I'm going to fill it in there. So I'll put the storage account there and the subscription in there, and then I'm going to use it to run the command. So I'm going to run now, set Azure subscription, current storage account name, and the subscription name there. And if all goes well, okay, great, fantastic. No error right there. Then I'm going to do this one right there. I'm going to select the code and I'm going to run it in red. Run the selection. Then afterwards, if I type $service name, it'll tell you. See how this is fills in here is really nice. And it tells you the service name in there. Now if I check location, right, searching contain the unique cloud service name. Great. For the location, this is going to populate the location variable $location. And if I type $location, of course, it'll just tell me what's in there. The next thing I'm going to do there is I have to make sure that after this one, the $OS image actually works. And since it did work, then I can do a new Azure quick VM. And it's going to create one based on this variable. I, of course, put the password in there. Great. All goes well. Nope, didn't go well. Let's try that again. Okay, this time I put the right password in there. And it worked fine. New one succeeded. Fantastic. Now the next thing I'm going to do after this, I'm going to deploy Linux virtual VM, but I'm just going to show you that it's all there. You can just see that after time, that quick one it created all items on there. It should show up. You might need to do a refresh. Great. So it's all created. Fantastic. See, storage account created. Good. Just tells me, do you want to do, as I mentioned, the portals? And now, great. Notice that WebVM too, because that was the one I created, quick one. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to deploy a Linux VM. I'm going to first of all make sure that the name is unique. Then afterwards, the Linux image is filled in, and then I'll run the command. Just checking on this. Great. Doing a little bit of debugging here. So I'm testing everything, made sure that they were all filled in, and then I ran it again. Name David Papkin Linux VM1. I believe it was because the name wasn't unique. And then when I ran this command, all succeeded. So then after it's done, I'm going to try, after I know that it's running, I'm going to download Putty next. It's always good to download Putty, of course, from the original Putty.org. If you download it from some other site, sometimes they could contain some Trojans in there. I got the Putty here. This is a known good site. afterwards, I'm going to do is I'm going to connect to it. So I need to do is first I'm going to get some information. I want to get the so that I can SSH to it. Under the properties here, it'll allow me to do good. I can see right there for SSH, I can highlight that all, copy it, allow me. Now I'm going to go in, put the port number in correctly this time, will let me in. As you can see, I can get in properly. Logging in as a Linux user, and password 123, because remember when I created a quick VM, I said the password and the user in there. So that's propagated it inside. Who, Linux user, dir, df, processes, and then top, which is text-only processor, real-time process monitoring. Okay, well that will conclude